Yo, Moran. Listen, bro. Kid Cochise is making a new film.
Hey folks, how you doing? Capt Mark, Kid Cochise Outdoors. I'd like to introduce you to my friend over here. She's a young lady, her name is Schofield, alright? She's gotta go lay some eggs for me. Hey! Come on, beat it, alright? How you doing, folks? Today's episode, you saw it, striped bass, how we catch them. I'd like to introduce you to the young lady right here. That's the new power for the incentive right there, right? She's a beauty. Yamaha SHO 250, work to the nitrous.
That doesn't have nitrous.
No, it does have nitrous. At least they told me it did.
You're clueless.
I'm not a motorhead, alright? But this thing's gonna push that boat a little better than my 200 did, alright?
Kiss a dish.
Stay focused.
Alright, let's just start off with the fishing rod here. This right here is a medium action rod. It's a 7-foot, it's pretty stout. It takes 30 to 50 pound braid or 20 to 30 pound monofilament, alright? You really wanna have a backbone rod that can, you know, pick whatever rod you want. This, I believe, is a Sika blank. You want to have a beefy rod to be able to stop a 40-pound bass going into some heavy structure, right? So people ask me, why am I always got monofilament with these setups? And it's pretty simple. In structure, you cannot allow that line to hit a rock, all right? These rocks are covered in mussels and very abrasive materials. When that braid hits it, it nicks it and it's over. Nothing is over! Any pull on that line is going to snap that braid. You lose the fish, you lose your leader, you lose everything, all right? So let's go and take a peek at this reel right now, what we got. All right, this right here is an SG, it's a Siegler. It has 30-pound test on it. It's got a ton of 30-pound tests. These small games have tons of 30-pound tests on it, all right? That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna leave that bail open, and that rod's gonna take off like that, okay? This is what I use for all bass. There's not really a fish up in the Northeast that this thing's not gonna be able to handle, all right? But as far as striped bass, and I'm talking 50-pound class fish, this is gonna be able to do it without any question. It's gonna have enough line capacity to do it too. All right, so that's the reel. And the rod again is a 7-foot medium action that can handle 20 to 30 pound monofilament. That's all you need to know. There are tons of manufacturers out there fishing rods that will fit the bill here, okay? Just make sure again it falls within the parameter of, you know, it can handle 20, 30 pound monofilament, all right? That's it. So we're gonna show you the rigs now. Let's start off with the leader material here. 840 yards, a 60-pound clear, 60-pound test, all right? Well, I'm gonna hear people say, well, why aren't you using fluorocarbon on chunks? It's not happening, all right? Reason being is, only Nelson Rockefeller can do that, all right? I'm running 5 different rods at a time, snapping stuff off. You go through leader material like crazy, all right? Chubby Kid doesn't have that type of cash, so the 60-pound clear it's more than adequate to catch fish, all right? I prefer fluorocarbon when I'm doing live bait presentations like eels and stuff like that. That's a different setup, that's a different video, all right? So let's get into the terminal tackle part of this now. Stand by, we'll get it. There are 2 ways you can fish this, all right? The way I recommend you fish it is with that circle hook, all right? Then you have a J hook. It's called an octopus J with a turn down eye. This one has a turn down eye too, all right? And we'll show you the reason why we do the turn down eye. So these are the 2 hooks, turn down eye. This is the J, this is the circle. We're gonna use a circle because that's what I always use. Next, we're going to have part of our tackle. And I'll show you a quick picture of it right now, as a matter of fact, all the terminal tackle together. Huh? But this again is the fish finder rig. Everybody knows what fish finder rig is. Obviously it will open up, sinker goes on there, and that's that, all right? You got a big barrel and a little bead right there. So let's put it together. First thing we're gonna put on is our fish finder rig. This is the line that's going all the way up to the fishing rod, all right? So fish finder rig goes on first. Gonna slip it right through the guide right there. Next one we're gonna put on is our little glass bead, or any type of bead for this matter. The bead's going on next. I'm gonna feed the bead on. The line's a bat right now. Holy hat. There we go, bead's on. And then what we're gonna do here is we have our barrel. We're gonna tie a Polymer knot. I'll try to do it. I'll throw the animated version up right now. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna throw the animated version right in that little spot right there. All right, but I'm gonna tie it too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold over just a piece of line like that. We're gonna stick our barrel through it. Our barrel goes through that line. hanging down like that, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to tie an overhand knot. I'm going to tie an overhand knot just like this, and I'm going to sneak the barrel through that overhand loop and just pull on it. Alright, I'd wet that, and that's it. So there's your polymer knot. Tight as the clams, you know what. I'm going to snip off the edge. I only have a blade on me. Don't be afraid there, right, ladies? Got the old Spyderco. We're going to cut that excess off. We usually use pliers. There we go. We're going to leave that much of a mail on there. So now what happens is, while we have our barrel's going to ride down. It's going to push. You can see how it hits that knot now and pushes the excess out. See how that hits right there, and it hits the excess. That protects it from the fish finder from hitting it. All right. So hopefully you guys can see that. I mean, it's tough to video, but that's our setup. Now in my left hand here is where our leader material is going to come off, and that's going to be that 60 pound test. Just cut an arm's length of it, and we're going to just drop this baby on with an improved clinch knot. I don't know if I have a thing for that, but if I do, I'll throw it up there for you. Improved clinch knot. We're just going to go through the loop, wrap around 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come through the hole here. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to bring it back through the big hole. This big hole here. Alright? How you doing, ladies? Gotta whip that one up. I'm just going to pull it down. Working it in. Working it in. Just keep pulling it towards the barrel. That's it. That's cash money right there. That is not going to fail. So you have right here is the polymer. Here's your clinch. Now we're going to snell. We're going to snell our hook. Here's our 8-odd circle. And remember that easy snell like I showed you guys back? We're going to stick it through the eye. Alright. We're going to flip it over though. So there's your line. We're going to keep the hook in line. You guys got that? I'm going to flip it over though. I hope this doesn't make you guys crazy. And then I'm just going to grab it like this, and I'm going to wrap it heading towards the eye. This is the simplest way to snell a hook. Alright, keep wrapping it. Make sure you wrap it true. I don't know if I can show you how I'm wrapping it true, that they're not going over each other. I'm going to keep going. Maybe I can show you better. I wrap it like 11 times because I'm kooky like that. Then I'm going to push up this piece here. I'm going to slip the mail through the hole here. Tag in. And I'm just going to pull it. Pull it. That's put it on a D-ring like I usually do, but that's it. We're going to cut just a little hair off of that, not much. And there's your snelled hook. And there goes your bait. Alright? Bingo. So there's everything. Alright, so now we got our setup here. Here's our hook with our bait on it. It's coming up the leader to our fish finder rig and 6 or 8 ounce sinker. Lays on the sea floor just like you see it, like that. So what's going to happen now, I'm going to lock this with my pinky here, the fish finder rig, because that's going to hold the line. That's going to be on the floor with the 8 ounce sinker. And what's going to happen is that fish now is going to take off without any resistance. It's not going to know you're there. You're going to hear the clicker go off as it's taking off. Get to that fishing rod as fast as possible. Disengage the clicker. Now you have a really true pull with no sign that that fish knows you're even there. You're going to let that fish run. He'll pick it up sometimes. He's going to run, stop, and he's going to pick it up again, and he's going to take off. As he's committing himself to the second run or the first run, if he's really running like he means it, you're just going to engage. All right, you're just going to engage. Make sure you're thumbing it though. So you're going to just engage that rod. Boom. Go to strike on your lever drags. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to start reeling and loading that rod. All right, you're going to point that rod at that fish as he's taking off. All right, engage, reel. As you're reeling, turn the rod tip from the point and just walk it across to, I guess it would be 3 o'clock. All right, so he's taking off. You're doing that. You're reeling real fast and you're loading that rod. And what's going to happen is that rod's just going to bend. You're going to feel that fish on it, and you're going to know he's on it because he's going to start pumping you. Once he pumps you from 3 o'clock, you can come right back now as the fish gets closer to the boat and he's big, or she's big, make that. You can just kind of come off of that drag just a little bit so you don't pull a hook next to the boat, all right? All right, make sure you look at that video of the drag I set up. You want to make sure your drag is accurate, and then as you get closer to that boat, you still even want to come off just a hair off of that drag, all right? And if they're a beginner, make sure you throw the clicker on, all right? So if they do screw something up and disengage, it won't backlash on you. Good girl, man. Wow. See if we can get her cut loose real quick. Man. Oh. Circle hook. I got the circle hook in the corner of the mouth. Might come out. There it goes. Circle hook corner of the mouth. Oh, big beast again. And she's good, man. Dorsal's up. Swam away like a champ. And by the way, anybody handy with aluminum pipe, I got a proposition for you, right? I've designed the perfect rod holder system, all right? So give me a call. We'll make do some business, all right? And by the way, love Simrad right now. However, I appreciate you guys reaching out to Simrad Tech with the emails and this little area right here. I hate to do this, but we're moving. We're opening up some real estate. Who will be next on the back of this fishing boat? All right. Over 1.5 million views of that Simrad sticker right there. This sticker was iconic on Kitco Cheese Outdoors. All right, so let's see who's next on Kitco Cheese Outdoors back here. All right, these gotta go. They're a little old. See who's taking over the spot. Thanks for watching Kitco Cheese Outdoors. All right, stay tuned. Next week we're gonna do another episode on striped bass. Different technique of catching fish. I probably should have done it this week, but it's still before the spring fishery, so we'll get to you next Tuesday. We're gonna show you how to use clamps and catch striped bass too. Not much different, but it's just a slightly different target area, all right? So thanks for watching Kitco Cheese Outdoors. I'm Capt Mark. Chubby Kid's gotta go. Alright, so we're doing the striped bass video, right? But what we do, I said in the middle of the video, like I said, I gotta go with Trace Palms for some serious food right now.
And don't forget about our bass tournament this year, and of course our last bass tournament in December, the first weekend in December. Always a hit, and always guaranteed to be one of the sunniest days of the year.
No doubt about it. Dan, he's got a personal relationship with God, obviously, alright?
We put it in already. It's guaranteed.
It's already done. Trace Palms 2017.
2017, don't miss this.
Giddy up.
Great event.
Kitco Cheese Outdoors, baby.